Well, as exhibits in Class 544, the part-bred Welsh filly 3 years, wait their results are to be finalised and confirmed, and for the ribbons to be put on them. We now welcome our next class, which is a big one for our young riders. It's the Zone Pony Club Team of 4 for riders under 13 years. So there are younger competitors and they look spectacular, all in their zone colours there. And good luck to all of those teams, and stick with your friends, and should be fantastic to see all of those entries there in the Zone Pony Club Team of 4 competition.
Well, thanks, Kate. We just have a result here for Class 544, the part-bred Welsh filly, 3 years. Penny Toft, our judge, assisted by Mr. Peter Smith, OAM. Our counsellor in charge, and Paulgren Park Halo is the winner there, with Tracy and Miss Alicia Fates from Beacon Hill in New South Wales. In second place goes to catalogue 1728, Cluda Park and D. Murray from Stroud. Cluda Park Elegance. Congratulations to you. And nice to welcome young Mike Havian down there this morning too, who's looking after those classes. That was Class 544, and it's
we have more young riders coming in now too, Angus, for their jumping, which is the 890 Inter-Area Pony Club's team jumping contest, having a walk of the course now. It's a lovely course there underneath the big screen. We'll have a great view of it today. And we also can welcome a new class, and that is in front of the Vincent Fairfax stand, and that's our buckskin stallion, 4 years and over. And you can see from the 2 exhibits the variation that you can get within a buckskin. So 2 very different shades of colour there. They're both spectacular, aren't they?
yeah, Kate. Gee, they're. We had a little buckskin once, a beautiful little pony, and he could do anything. He just was fantastic at show jumping, and fantastic at sporting events, and fantastic at everything. I mean, they're all they're again not a breed but a colour, and Kate will introduce you and let you know all about that throughout the morning. So with the time at 8:30, and we wait. We usually wait until, Kate and I wait until 9 o'clock before people come in and allow. So many of you here today with the buckskins and whatever. It's interesting though, you know, I dare say if you're just starting off exhibiting, a lot of people wouldn't realise all the different requirements, you know.
It gets very technical now when we're actually talking about the genetic makeup of a horse. And yes, the actual registration and classification of a buckskin can go right down to the very genes within them. So yes, that's something that I'm sure all of our exhibitors will be more than familiar with. But at a very basic level, if you have the cream gene, a diluting gene, and you add that to a chestnut, it turns into palomino, and then if you add that to a bay, you'll end up with a buckskin. So the extremities stay dark, and we have the black points on a buckskin, black tail, black mane, and but we see that dilution now causing that lovely golden colour.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, over there with our pony club competitors as they walk the course. Now, this contest will be restricted to teams of 4 horses and riders who must be aged 12 years and under 17 years of age on the first day of the show, nominated by Pony Club Association from New South Wales. And then individual nominations not be accepted. They have 2 reserve horses and or riders for each area may also be nominated. And once the final selection of riders and horses has been submitted to the horse events coordinator, then no substitute will be allowed or accepted, etc. So in simple terms, as we get down towards what It is if after 2 rounds there is an equality of faults for first place, there will be a jump off against the clock. The score is obtained by the total penalties of 3 of the best placed competitors, but if there is an equality of penalties, the combined times of the 3 best placed competitors in each team will decide the winner. And the chef to keep may walk the course with the teams and should remain out in the spotless stadium while their team is competing. So they can walk, the chef to keep can walk with the teams, but once they leave the arena, then the chef to keep goes and sits in the grandstands and crosses their fingers and hopes everything goes well for them. So, but they certainly do themselves proud, and I really salute all those instructors and chief instructors and in all zones and all districts. It's just a magnificent organisation, and I can't say enough superlatives about you all. You really do yourselves proud. And as you can see, as Kate said before, they all belong to a various club or zone. They all have their different jumpers on, the different requirements. And there's the blues and the reds and the greens and the ties, different ties as well. In fact, you even see tartan ties up in, I'd imagine, Aberdeen in New South Wales. With a name like Aberdeen, they'd probably have some tartan form for Pony Club, wouldn't they? You know, it's when they selected it years ago. How do they select that, Kate? How do they? I've never bothered. How do they work out the colours for each zone or each area?
Well, look, I don't know specifically, but I imagine it was fairly historical, and that those zone colours were determined a long, long, long time ago. Look at these lovely horses. We are so lucky with this sunshine, Angus, because if you look at those buckskins, they are properly golden in the sunlight. It's quite magnificent. A stallion will always give a lovely sheen, and it's just part of all of that terrific testosterone that helps them do their job, but it certainly comes through in their coat, and they are magnificent here on a sunny day. And we have our Class 176, and that's the Australian Pony Colt, 3 years and under, not exceeding 14 hands. So young budding stallions, the colts, and the future potential sires for the Australian ponies. And as we've mentioned before, a win at Sydney Royal for any prospective stallion is a huge boost to a stud. So this will be pretty hotly contested, and will make a big difference to the potential of any of these young colts.
Well, it's nice today also to welcome up here the horse superintendent, Lindy Cornwall, today too. And Lindy's up with our councillor in charge of showdowning, Councillor Graham Davey. And I say big salute to Lindy and the great team that she has down there working for her. Hopped on the bus last night. First time to go home. And I sat alongside that man and he said, whoever that new lady is in the horse superintendent's box, they ought to bottle her and keep her, because everyone has just been so polite and so nice this year, and nothing's too much trouble for her. So I really congratulate Lindy for Lindy's first year, and she really has had a big influence on the changing people's attitudes. So isn't that lovely?
Look, they do such a fantastic job, and they are there from dawn till dark and beyond dark, and they handle everybody's queries. So if someone's in the wrong box, or someone can't find somewhere to sleep, or something happened here or something happened there, there's a queue a mile long with people with questions for them there, and they do an absolutely brilliant job. So always hats off to them. It's quite extraordinary. I think that's probably I would say the toughest job at the entire show. Well, we started work here in our team of 4s, and what we're after is uniformity and a great standard of riding from all 4 of our zone competitors. They will have had a fair bit of training at a club level, and then actually at once they have been sort of selected or endorsed by their club, going on to zone and representing their zones well. But it obviously is a huge competition. It will be the largest competition many of these young riders have been to, and quite daunting, I imagine, prospect to be out on the main arena at Sydney Royal. So aren't they doing a great job?
Yeah, look magnificent. They really do. It's that's what you call teamwork, isn't it? Eh? All working together as a team. That's like up here in the broadcast box. We work as a team, and I do something wrong. Katie kicks me in the shin. She does something wrong. I kick, and up the back, Sophie here. Sophie hits us with a ruler, and Vicky hits me with a fist. So we were a great team up here, aren't we? We all worked well together. That's not true. That's not true.
You know, one of the best things about these teams of four, it's not just because so you can get more children in one competition, but also when you have to rate your horse against all of your other riders, the control that you're asking them to catch up, to slow down, to fit in with everybody else, and these are all great skills for young riders. They mightn't even know that's why they're doing it, but it certainly does help. And now we have the results of Class 247, the Buckskin Stallion, 4 years and over. And congratulations go to Diamond Road Heart of Fire, Susan Alfrey from Londonderry with catalogue 1033. And in second place, it's Wyatt Park Prophecy, Anthony Beland from Berkshire Park, catalogue 1140. They just look magnificent there in front of the Vincent Fairfax stand. And we'll have more of the buckskin classes coming up throughout the morning. So today here in the main arena we are featuring obviously the Pony Club, both in their teams of fours and in their show jumping. We also have our Australian pony classes, our part bred Welsh and yes, those buckskin classes. So they will be in the morning. We'll break for lunch and the lunchtime entertainment, and then we resume with those classes and all of the champions and reserve champions being announced later on in the afternoon on day 14 of the show.
Well, folks, it won't be far away, and we'll be having for you our first of our show jumping events, as Kate mentioned to you, the Inter-Area Pony Club Teams Jumping Contest. So in simple terms, each of those four riders, each team jumps twice, and then as we progress, the worst score after the 2 rounds can be topped off. So if there's an equality, then one rider will come back in a jump-off against the other competitors and the other teams to decide the winning places, etc. So it's Nation Cup rules that have been used for many, many years when it comes to Pony Club events. So the scores are obtained by the total penalties of the 3 best placed competitors, but if there is an equality of penalties, the combined times of the 3 best placed competitors in each team will decide the winner. So we have class 178 being judged down here. Yeah, so Mr. Pat Linehan, I think it's 176, I apologise, 176. So the Australian Pony Colt, 3 years and under, not exceeding 14 hands. And Pat, and as I mentioned yesterday, Pat and his family, they come from southeast Queensland, very much involved with the whole equestrian world, the horse world up there. They're very much involved with organising camp drafting, and he's also with his brother Tom, the superintendents of horses at the Royal Queensland Show. So they look after everything up there at the Ekka. Tell you what your stable is and where you go, what you do, and have any inquiries. He's always a complete gentleman, just like Lindy is and the team here, and he's a lovely man. So it's always nice to be associated with Tom and Pat Lenihan. So, and it's not very often you see families just work so closely together as well.
Well, here comes our next class in ring 3 in front of the Sydney show stand, and that is class 545. The part-bred Welsh mare, 4 years and over, not exceeding 13 hands. And we welcome all of the various zones now competing at the Sydney show this year. And we have Zone 3 from Kudal in New South Wales. They have the Royal Blue jumper. The Zone 7, the Pony Club Scone with the black jumpers. Zone 10, the Pony Club from Mount Murray and the maroon jumpers. Zone 11, Pony Club from Condobolin, and that's the navy blue jumper. Zone 19, Pony Club in the North Richmond area, navy blue jumpers. Zone 21, Pony Club from the Colliambley area, and that is gold jumper. Zone 22 from the Pony Club around Helensburgh, and Zone 23 is the white shirt and the red jumper. Zone 24 we welcome as well, Zone 26 and Zone 28. They're all here representatives of those zones and of the 270 clubs across New South Wales. The best riders from the local clubs are here representing their zones. So we have some stunning Welsh part-bred Welsh mares 4 years and over here in ring number 3. That's class 545 with our judge, Mrs. Penny Toft. They are all having their chance in the limelight now as one by one they trot past our judge. And the Welsh bred has been such a successful outcrop for our ponies, and so it's not surprising that we now see them classed on their own as a part-bred Welsh, and there's no upper or lower height restriction for horses in this class, and very popular crossing the purebred Welsh ponies with other horses and coming up with a lovely pony, whether it's just after, whether you're after something that's going to be fun and a good friend for children and a reliable pony, or in fact a performance pony that will excel at dressage or eventing or show jumping, because of course we know our Welsh ponies have lovely temperaments. They're also very bold on the cross-country course, yes, can make just terrific ponies for children, especially those who want to compete.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up very soon will be our inter-area pony club team jumping contest. And we say a very special thank you to Werner Dieck from Germany, our international course designer that's here with us this year. So the obstacles in the first round will be 10 in all. There's 12 efforts required. So we have 1 through to 2, 3. There's they have to come back in the centre of the arena to 5, 6, and then they come right around to 7, 8, A, B, C. So there's 1 treble, and then around to 9 and 10. So 10 obstacles. Now to the speed or the length of the course is 440 metres, and the time allowed is 76 seconds. So 76 seconds. So, well, the first of the teams this morning will be, in fact, from, I think, zone 4. Or area 4? Area 4, is it? My apologies, area. Thanks, Kate. Area 4.
So Area 4 encompasses the zones 3, 4, 6 and 17.
I've got 1 and 6, 1, 7, 16.
It all gets very technical, doesn't it, Angus, when we're looking at our zones and our areas. But we have, in our Sydney competition, we have 6 different areas, and so all of the various zones will come under particular areas.
So it's area 4 and zone 10. What have I got?
Yeah, so that's a sort of, well, area 3, 4, 6, so that's really from Bathurst through to Gilgandra, that kind of area is in our area 4.
And in that will be Jessie Rice Ward and Gypsy Queen. We have Hayley Cox and Comanche. And in fact, I had in the bus last night with Mr. Cox and Hayley, and they were the ones that Mr. Cox, I think, was paying tribute to Lindy for the great job that she and the superintendents, all the staff did this year. Sarah Noonan, and that's Tarampa, View Patterson, and Madeleine Harley and Paul Jones.